Hey, good morning. Sorry. I was I was trying to do the intro so I can go get my coffee. Oh my gosh. We got a lot to talk about, guys. We got to talk about why we've already won. We got to talk about why I love doing this. I love you being here. The future's very bright. Positive vibes only. I had to wear that hat today because we got to keep it positive, right? So welcome as you come in, hit the like and also share. Guys, the only admission is hit the like, right? And if you share, that would help us all out because more and more people would be here to talk about the updates for the RV, GCR, the global currency reset, the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar, and all the things that are happening, all the gold backed currencies around the world. It's all happening, guys. We've already won the war. I shouldn't say that word, but you know what I mean, right? So as you come in, hit the like. Good morning. Hold on. Look at the beautiful view, the peaceful river. This is a secret place, guys. When you come in here, it's a secret place where you only get positivity. You get truth, facts, and optimism. You get the real deal of what is going on. Good morning. But I got to go get my coffee. I'll be right back. Which cup do you think I should bring? Should I bring the Yeti cup or should I bring the Be a Unicorn cup or should I bring the Rise and Shine cup? It is Friday, right? This is supposed to be fun. So, and I might also do one early evening. I don't know. So, which cup do you think I should use? The Warrior Cup? No, I want to do a celebratory cup. I'll be right back because I think we've already won. I'll be back. I'm here. I got my coffee cup. Thank you for joining. Please hit the like. Guys, I'm excited. I'm more excited than I've ever been. Why? We've already been through the struggles, right? All of us who know we're chosen ones, we've been through the struggles, right? This is why we've won. We've already won. I'm so excited to share this message, guys. We've already won. Uh, First of all, yesterday, oh my God, battle of a lifetime. Saw Phil, he said the oysters in the cabana. Was that last night, Paige? Thank you for bringing that to this chat. Thank you. Yes. Um, Good morning. Okay, you leave in the early morning. Well, hey, I'm gonna pray that you get some good catch so you have some food this winter, right? Paige, what does that mean? The oysters in the cabana. It probably means um, well, let her say what it means because he might have clarified. I wasn't there, guys. I was recovering from a long day. But let me tell you, hey, Matt, good morning, good morning, good morning. First sip of coffee now that I got enough peeps in here. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe if you haven't. Good job. I know, New Hampshire, North Carolina. Cheers. This is my fabulous cup because it's going to be a fabulous day. First of all, it's Friday. So Fridays are always fabulous. Payday, always fabulous. And I can still do this, right? Because we were going to groom the puppies today because we didn't get to yesterday. Because yesterday, just like, you ever have one of those days, just takes over? You just don't know. It just takes over you. So what happened is we were just going to go for a little paddle, quick little paddle. And he said we're going to Peaks Island. I don't know where Peaks Island is, guys. Maine is full of islands. There's a ton of islands. I just thought it was like close by, right? I thought it was here in the mid-coast region. So I loaded that video. I did a video, 2-minute video, letting you know I wasn't going to go live for a while. I thought I was still going to go live because I thought we were going to be gone a couple hours. I thought we were only going to be gone a couple hours. It was in Portland. That means a couple hours was just the trip to and from, didn't even include the paddle. I had no idea. Thank God I got that video loaded. And while I was loading my video, the internet went down in my house. So it froze and it didn't load. My husband wanted us to leave at 8. It was 8:30 before we actually left. It was a little stressful. He had to reset the internet. I had to open up another browser because I know this enough that if I'm in the middle of loading a video, I opened up my extra Chrome browser, loaded it while the other one was freaking out as soon as the internet came up. Guys, it was a battle to just get there. But guess what? I had my coffee and my Yeti cup, and we talked on the trip. We talked about our days the day before. How was your day? How was your day? I've got a new distributor coming in today at 1. He works today at noon. So I've got a busy afternoon, and I may come back again because I think he works till late tonight. So I may do an evening, maybe Friday at 5 or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it though. So anyways, I finally got that video loaded. We get there. It's a beautiful day. I shoot some B-roll, right? You saw it, right? Hopefully you saw it. If not, let me put the link. Well, no, I don't want you to go see it now. Go look at my feed. The video is called, share this link, guys, with anybody. If you're on Telegram, share it to my Telegram groups. I want people to know I'm live, like Mama Bear and Francine, and hold on, maybe here I can help do this. But if you could help me by sharing, that would be great. So we get there, and guys, the RVGCR is now. But I got to tell you why I know it's now. Because remember I told you the battle always ramps up. There was a Bruce call, and I saw that summary. Did he just do another one? Hold on. I don't know. Anyways, I got the summary of the Bruce call from last night, and I'm going to go through that. But there was a extreme battle yesterday on the water, right? I told you the winds were going to be north, south, or north, out of the northwest, 14 to 15 knots. I said that, right? Well, by the time we got over there, the woman remembered me from 20 years ago when I worked at Beans for a season, which she goes, I remember you. And then she did. Anyways, it was just crazy. And then there was another woman there. There's a big animal vet. She loves horses, works with horses. Big animal vet, has horses, off the track thoroughbreds. It was glorious. It was glorious. Meeting with the people on the islands. My husband's looking at a new boat, and he's not buying one yet because would I suggest as a financial ninja any of you buy a new boat right now? No, I wouldn't. So he was looking, he was trying it out. So the guy goes, here, go up there and get you a coffee, because I wasn't going to go. I was saving my energy for the paddle back. Little did I know I'd really need it. I'm coming back from getting my coffee, and the clouds are rolling in. And I look up and I'm going, that doesn't look good. And I'm like, well, if it rains, when you're on the water, any day on the water is a good day. Even if it rains, it can be beautiful, right? But I was expecting it to be an easy paddle back because the forecast wasn't supposed to get bad until the afternoon. Well, guess what happened? What the hell was that potato doing with the... I know, the picture. I know, it's really scary. But we know, guys, we know there's demons. We know people are literally possessed with demons, right? That's why the answer is this. The answer is knowing your power, which is why you're here. But I got to tell you, I'm a prayer warrior, right? And the guy's like, maybe you should go this way. And the guy goes, are you going to be warm enough? Because this guy has been in the industry. We were at Main Island Kayak. It was Main Island Kayak. It's a staple in Portland. When its heyday, it was huge. He started in 1986. Good morning, Jimbo. I'm coming in hot today. Going to live in Deer Isle. Deer Isle is beautiful. I've been there. I had some relive appointments there, right? The shake. right? Good morning. Hello, Jamie T. So listen, a lot of good intel, but I'm telling you, this is why I know it's our time, because that paddle, it was one of these. Okay, guys, I'm a Maine registered sea kayak guide. I actually know how to paddle, but I haven't paddled in a while. And being in my boat, which I'm very familiar with my boat, I ride a Tempest, a Wildy Tempest, and it's a great boat. I love it. It's comfortable. I love it. And I've got a brand new Calista, what is it? Carbon fiber paddle. It's really light, but let me tell you, that wind was on the way out. It was following seas, which is my least favorite weather to paddle in, because you get kind of pushed. You're kind of surfing the whole way in. But I was fine, right? Because I got the Lord with me. I got my angels with me. But let me tell you, on the way back, I got a little angry with God. All my anger came out in my head. My husband goes, "You're not saying anything," because we were paddling white caps, 20, 25 knot winds into the wind. It was hellish, and it didn't feel like we were making any progress. So then I said, I need a break. We took a break at another island, Great Diamond Island, which, hello, Diamond Island. We took a break on Diamond Island. There was so much significance everywhere. Then we had to go over to Fort Gorgeous, which is gorgeous, by the way. But the wind, OMG, now the wind's coming to my side. It's just, thank God I know how to paddle. My husband goes, "Honey, what you just did, most of the instructors, the senior instructors at Beans, would have been freaking. You did great." Cheers. But let me tell you, it took everything I had, all my prayers. I was like, "God, why can't you make anything in my life easy?" In your name, Stormy. I just got that significance. It was stormy. But when you get to Fort Gorgeous, we had a break from the wind, and it was and I took the picture out. I didn't even want to get out of my boat. I was exhausted. And there's a paddler's box. When you kayak, you don't use your arms, you use your core. Well, I lost my paddler's box at some time during that hellish thing. So my arms are tired. And I'm like, "Honey, I lost my box. I lost my paddler's box." Anyways, I'm going to go to the intel. It was hell. And then but we stopped to take some pictures. I got happy again because guys, I did this fasted because I thought it was going to be a small paddle. I was fasting the entire time, and I didn't have my relive shake. I was like, I didn't have my secret weapons. Yeah, I know there's a canoe. They need a kayak emoji. I've been saying that for years. Why isn't there a kayak emoji? There's not. There's a canoe emoji. This is not a canoe. A kayak is clearly not a canoe. You roll over a kayak, you may never get up, and you may not ever get it empty. Kayaks can be heavy. We've got a great canoe. It's a lighter version. Blessings to all RV jackpot this morning. You ain't kidding, guys. There's a lot of good stuff. Hold on, let me read the intel from. Oh, please let me have not closed that screen. Hold on. Pretty sure I didn't close the screen. Oh, please, Lord, help me. The point is, nothing was easy about yesterday. Nothing was easy about that kayak paddle. Nothing was flipping easy. But what came out of me, and I'm just being real with you, what came out of me was my anger at God for my life being so flipping hard. Anybody else can relate? It's like, now that doesn't help you, by the way. He's with me, right? But he knows you can be anything with God, right? He knows you anyway. He knows what you're feeling. He is the creator of you. He knit you in your mama's womb. Blessings to all. Yeah, I was too tired for that battle. I was tired going in, So my husband, instead of makes me going around the corner of Fort Gorgeous, which would be more strong against the wind, he goes, "Look, we're going to portage over." So we carried our kayaks over this part and went that way, which was a lot easier. And then we talked about my skeg. My skeg was working against me the whole way from Diamond Island to Peaks, because I haven't been using my kayak in a while, guys. It's been a while. I was extra frustrated. Oh yeah, I was more than frustrated. I was like, my husband was literally like, he goes, "Your stern face is serious." He goes, "I didn't know what was going on," but he goes, "You kept up with me." And then after, he goes, "I want to give you a compliment." I don't take compliments that well. Like, he goes, "I just want to tell you what you just did would have made most of the instructors I work with like pee their pants. They wouldn't have been able to do it. I would have been towing them. And you did everything. I said, I'm not the type to be towed. But anyways, it was good overall. But let me tell you, there were times during that paddle that I was like literally, oh, it's just going to be a fun paddle. I actually, when I did start speaking, oh, this is going to be a fun paddle, honey. It's going to be beautiful. It was not. But on the way home, we finally made it. It took everything out of me, with even eating the granola bars we had with us. Not the way to break a fast, but I had nothing in my system. At the end, we had paddled 7 miles, 5 to 6 miles in bad weather, bad temperatures, bad everything. Everything was against us. Not unlike now, right? Everything's against us. So then I get home and I do my video, my compilation, which I did sitting on the porch going, oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do this, but I had to tell you when I was going to do my next live, right? It said I'd never leave you. So I didn't. I did another video with great pictures. I think I took out the video where I was in my boat like this. I was mad. I really was. It's okay to be mad. Give us your link to Telegram group. I'm not on your Telegram channel. Hey, Mama Bear, good morning. I was just sharing my day yesterday. My day off was very exhausting. And that's not what I want. Hold on. Here we go. This is Bruce's call last night, which is all I was missing from my Intel video that I did on Wednesday. No, wait, today's Friday. Yes, I didn't do any Intel yesterday. I did an Intel video Wednesday afternoon, which caught everybody but Bruce's call, right? It had all the Intel except for Bruce's Intel. So that was a 9-minute video. This is the missing piece. That can't be right. He always does his calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Did he change his date? I don't know. So listen to this. By the way, I can't tag my videos anymore, RVGCR. I really can't tag them anymore because it takes forever to load. So just know that. Just make sure you're subscribed and tap the bell, because I am the Faith and Financial Girl, and I have been invested in the foreign currencies for 10 years. I'm not an Intel person, but wait, first we got to go to the God stuff. Guys, when I got home, I sought God, right? Remember I told you, if something weird goes on, I dig. I dug. I was exhausted and I got my shake in first as soon as I got home, because we have to unpack the gear. We have to put the boats away. We had to carry the boats from when we landed on the beach to, it took everything I had. I'm in these new shoes that don't do well with water and sand at the same time. It was a crazy day like yesterday. So I'm sharing this. I'm being real. This is how it always happens before the blessing happens. So yesterday I'm like, thank you, Lord, for a long day kayaking with Kevin. And I was loading the video, and this was the one that said, "This is for you." And the message was, embrace yourself where you are, embrace the process for where you're going. Grace to build, increase business, faith, beauty, peace, birth, love God, love self, love people, right? Don't let your love grow cold, which was the message he gave me. And she said, make sure you set your boundaries. So wisdom always comes with setting boundaries, right? So then I got this message. September, a time to emerge, powerful prophetic encouragement. I'm looking for the encouragement, not my discussion with God. I journal with God every day. That's part of the reason why I hear from him, because a lot of times I hear from him when I talk to him, or when I listen. He said, your best days are still ahead of you. Amen. Our best days are still ahead of us. Whether that's because you've just gotten on the Relo products and you're going to start to feel better, whether that's because they finally released the med beds, which would be amazing. Baby, sign me up. But I'm sure a lot of because I'm healthy, I don't have any problems. I'm sure problem people are going to get those first. But in the meantime, you can get on Relive, right? the Lord said, you're going to no more be muzzled by the enemy and others. No more muzzling. The swirling, slander, and warfare you have encountered is the sign that the Lord's favor is evident upon your life. If God is for me, who can be against me? Praying along with that video. I prayed along with the video. And then the next one was rapid speed. It will happen rapidly. It's going to happen rapidly. So this morning, I didn't check any intel yesterday, guys. Like I said, I was too tired. And by the time I loaded the video, it was almost 4. Then it was time to make dinner. We finished our tacos. The tacos were so good last night. We didn't even make guacamole. It was just that we just needed calories. Yeah, I know, Jocelyn. No kidding. My husband was very proud of me. He kept telling me, you did good. And he high-fived me because that was not an easy paddle by any means. I said, suddenly, yes, Tom, suddenly. That was the intel from God last night after my huge battle with the water and his waves and his ocean. I was in Casco Bay, right? That's the ocean. But let me tell you, it's like God never gives you more than you can handle. I obviously could handle it, right? But I'm tired of being so. You ever get tired and say to God, I'm tired of you making everything I go through hard? You know, it's like hard. I gave up everything. My life is hard. I'm sitting there, I'm paddling. At one point, I'm thinking, how can I make my husband? Because kayaking is not my first thing. This is something I do with my husband, right? Horses are my thing. It's 4 hoofs on the ground, right? Water. I always thought water, ground makes mud, right? I'm a mountain girl. I'm a girl who likes the mountains. I like the freedom of the mountains. I like to be able to ride all day and not see a single human. That's really my essence. But evidently, everything good. I'm a warrior for the kingdom, right? That's why you're here. I'm a warrior for you and for all your friends and all your family members that are awake. Normies won't get this. They won't get it. They just don't get it. You got normies too. You just may not know it, right? So here's the deal. Let's go look at where we are on our intelligence, because we did get some information this afternoon, and then we got more information, and then they got more information. So it's very, very positive. He goes, I get a little antsy when it gets towards the end of the month, right? This was the 31st. Wondering whether or not they're going to let it go before the first of next month or not. And we all feel that, right? We've all been that way. I've been on this 10 years. I hear your crickets. I know. And the water. This is your secret place. Yes, there's a secret place with God that you can all attain, but I don't think we have time for that. I'm just saying. You just need to get in the kingdom, sit your butt in a chair, and watch my content. You need to subscribe, tap the bell, watch for free, get some downloads of your own, because I don't have time to sit around and teach y'all how to do this, right? This is 22 years of hard arse work. This is crushing my ego. Oh, well, I should just say allowing God to crush my ego. So people that are run by their ego will not get you, and they will do everything to come against you. I'm just saying. And they're good at it because, they live in the world. That's how way the world works. I live in a different kingdom, right? I'm inaccessible in the secret place. Tom, please don't say that. I'm asking for a supernatural reprieve. This is my natural color. This is no self-tan. Although I did think this morning as I put on my shorts, well, I can always self-tan. My husband came home. He got several overtime calls in the middle of the night. I was awake anyway. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I got enough sleep. I mean, I slept till 4 a.m. and then I was awake. And so let's get to the end. I'm sorry, I started at 23 minutes. I'm not going to go through all we've heard throughout the week because we've all already heard that. So we finally had the last 2 countries come in. He's referring to all 209 countries around the globe are having their own currencies asset-backed. Gold-backed, other assets count as well, not just gold. I've always said it all should be asset-backed. This is in response to the global currency reset, which doesn't matter if it goes all at once or one at a time. It really doesn't matter because they're all dominoes. It's going to happen rapidly. Remember, rest before restoration. We are firmly in the promised land. But again, when you get into the promised land, there is work to do in the promised land because you got to kick those people that are in those houses that you want. You got to kick them out. Right? You gotta take over. In those days, they had to war for everything they got. My war was metaphorically on the water yesterday. It was like, how bad do you want it? I had no choice. I had to get back, right? Our car was in East End Beach. They call that the Portland Promenade. It's beautiful. It's actually stunning. That's where I did that first video introducing you. At the end, I had no energy to have do a video. Good morning, Tom. That's why I love Tennessee. Summers are hot, but fall is beautiful. 80s in September, even though November can have 60s and 70s. Tom, you're the reason. My daddy, who's now in heaven, right? Been in heaven 28 years this year. He was building a cabin in Tennessee when he died. Hi, how are you? Soul Taker. I don't really like that name unless you're taking them for the kingdom. Then I like that name. Uh, good morning, everybody. I'm just happy you're here. So remembering all 209 countries are having their own currency. So we finally had the last two countries come in. He's saying one was Mexico. They came in around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon with their gold-backed currency, their peso, and then we also had Canada, which is interesting to me. So we'll see. So he said they got it just in time to trade starting Sunday night, which they do. The Forex itself closes down from about 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday and then reopens Sunday night, summer Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. And then the banks do their trading, starts at around 9:30 p.m. Sunday night for the week. And so this was the case. So that was a good thing. I was like, okay, we're not waiting on any of the countries to have their gold-backed currency or their asset-backed currency ready, or at least declared they have it. And I thought, okay, but guess what? Earlier today we heard this last night. This is Bruce's opinion, not mine. Okay, I'm reading. One more thing to do, but we didn't know what it was, and we still don't know what it is. So that one more thing, which we don't know what it is, may be done. God, he uses a lot of words to say very few things. Sorry, I'm going to try to skip to the later information. Actually, could be Iraq. Iraq did their. But the latter information is telling us it actually could be Iraq because Iraq did dissolve their parliamentary form of government. The former Prime Minister Hashemi is going to be taking over again as commander-in-chief of Iraq in their new republic. So they're going to a new republic form of government. Anybody else excited about that? Yay, if I wasn't so tired, I'd be shouting it from the rooftops. What am I reading? I'm reading a Twitter post. It's a good question, Soul Taker. It's a Twitter post. I tend to summarize the intel from all the intel people, but this is particularly a Twitter post for Bruce's call on Thursday night, which was last night. Should have been last night because he does his calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays, unless he did this Wednesday night. Which, if that's the case, my last video I did was Wednesday. I did an intel video of 9 minutes, which is a summary, which is why everybody should be subscribed and tapping the bell, because I summarize everybody's intel. It saves people time, right? Or if you want to go to all the intel people and see my summary, I used to be a financial person too, so I have a lot of financial experience and entrepreneurial experience for the last 20 years. Hey, Carl, good morning. Wow, you're up early. It's like, is it 3:30 in the morning there, Carl? Is that a difference, or your products are really kicking in? Because, everybody sees different results. Guys, if you're in here, please, you're just getting old. Hey, I woke up at 4 o'clock my time, so I understand. Hit the like, guys, if you're here. I just think that's really excited about the news about Iraq. So, guys, I've always thought Iraq was going to go first. I can't read all of this because I got to be careful, right? I did just come out of being banned for 7 days. So, look, guys, it's got to be closer than when he did this, because he did this Wednesday night. right? Let's just believe for that. We're going to pray that in. He said, I want to thank you, everybody. This has been a really wild 11 years. And I believe, guys, I'm not calling it, but I'm telling you the information that I'm getting. I'm giving you the latest information that we have. It looks very, very good to be notified tomorrow and start. So that was really good. Now I'm going to go to the other one, the one I have bookmarked. Hopefully I can access this on my phone. Yes. Let's see. I hope I get it down at the bottom. Oh, maybe not. See, what I see on my laptop is just so much better. Did you eat anything for lunch? Soul taker. You mean during my long ass paddle in bad conditions with seas and wind? I did it fasted, which was a mistake, but I didn't know we were going to be gone that long. So that was my bad. That was on me. It's up to me to eat. But I've been intermittent fasting and praying this in. I've been doing that for the breakthrough, right? Some things come out only by fasting and prayer. Jesus said that. Let me tell you, demons always reveal themselves after fasting, praying. You get clarity. I've gotten such clarity, it's crazy, right? Which I know we have turned the corner. According to somebody, Phil G said the oyster is in the clam house. Somebody asked what that meant. Did anybody clarify? You love the paddling. Yeah, I got good gear. That was my husband's paddling jacket, the long sleeve paddling jacket. That's why the sleeves were long enough. It was a man's. It was my husband's. Because I don't usually I buy the shorty top and bottom. Because I have my dry suit. I have my bear suit that goes under my dry suit. But when it comes to, because, it's not that nice in Maine and he's usually working all the time. We don't get on the water that much. That's why I went. He was so shocked I wanted to go yesterday. Because I could have just gone live and stayed home and let him do it. But I said, honey, I didn't want you to go by yourself. He goes, well, I'm perfectly capable of going by myself. I said, I know. What? Anyways, he was really shocked. He goes, I thought for sure you weren't going to go. Anyway, so I surprised him. You gotta still surprise your spouse, guys. Keep it spicy. Just saying, keep it spicy. Okay. So that was Bruce's intel. Do you want me to go look at the summary? Let me look at the summary. Let's do it complete. And then I'll do a separate video that's shorter than this, guys. Because I do like talking to y'all and finding out what you found out while I was gone. Because I was out of the loop all day yesterday. We'll see if it comes up. Oh, it came up. Hold on. So this is where I get most of my summaries, guys. This was Mark Z's from last night. He's hoping this 3-day weekend is the one we're waiting for. Trust. Carl, after you get your money, you're going to definitely get in touch with a good attorney to set up a trust for you. Yes. And you'll have the money to pay that attorney, right? Because you're going to go on, get the money and run. Ooh, Lord, just let that song be in your head. Get it however you can. And don't be greedy, right? Get what you can when you can. That's the biggest mistake people make when they get into cryptos. They get greedy, right? They buy when it's high and they don't sell when it's low. So, Linda, yeah, get a constitutional lawyer if you can find one. Just get anybody who can set up a trust for you. Don't be that picky. I'm just saying. I mean, don't be, you know what I mean? I mean, we have to see everything else roll out. We haven't seen that happen with the public yet, right? So we have to deal with what we're dealing with, which is this central banking system. If it's all, hey, Kat, good morning. You turned me on to Mark Z. Today is Code Man. Woohoo. Yes, he's the guy who supposedly inputs the codes. Guys, everybody's got their own thing they bring to the table. And I love them all. That's why I read their summaries. So I just read the summaries so I can get the quickest, fastest information for you. So Mark Z goes through a lot of different things. Anything new on the Zim rates? Mark said the other day, he now hearing that the 100T Zim note will be 50 million, not 30 million anymore. He got that information from the person who told him in the past that it would be 30 million, but now it's 50 million. So it sounds like the Zim rates are up. Yes, he's going to be on at 10 a.m. Paige, thank you for that information. Yes, so maybe I'll try to end at 10 so you guys don't miss Mark Z's call. The only reason why I don't listen to Mark is because of the news. I don't want to hear the news. It affects I'm very sensitive to energies. This is why I'm wearing my positive vibes hat. You have to protect yourself from negativity, guys, in order to manifest any answers to prayers, in my opinion. Fun article out of Iraq. Ancient city with massive palace emerges from lake in drought-stricken Iraq. These ruins are about 1800 BC, before Christ. To me, this is very interesting. Wow. Oh, did you hear? Okay, now I got to tell you something off intel-wise. I'm going to go down and see if there's more. Hold on. Uh-oh. Hey, listen to this. Pay attention. Yesterday, it was a nothing burger, right? From Mark Z. Quiet means good news for us, though. Okay, so you guys, if you guys listen to Mark Z, you already know that. And members, Marks, I'm just trying to save time. When tier 4 goes well, we all go bam, as we understand it. Nobody gets to spend theirs until we go. Yes. So these people that have money, that supposedly they have an email showing them that they have the money, but they haven't been able to access it yet. Nobody goes until we go. Everybody goes at the same time. So that is good news. We're not going to be left out. What does sounds back, went out, came back in. My sound, okay, they might be messing with me. Guys, I do believe the whites are in control. And I do believe that they now know who I am. I don't know how, but I do believe they do. Right? Because why? I have that hope because of watching Kabbalah Guru. Right? He's my Jewish brother. Right? He's one of the original God's chosen ones. I'm one of God's chosen ones for this generation. But so you always honor and respect God's chosen ones, right? And they were the original chosen ones, Israel, right? And I appreciate him. I just do. And the reason why he's joyful is he's a godly man. That's the joy of the Lord is your strength, right? He doesn't believe in Jesus Christ, though. He's a Hasidic Jew. Right. So if you believe in Christ, I'm probably a better fit because I speak that language. I speak from this good book, the whole counsel of the word of God. And he also told me Psalm 23. Well, let's just look at Psalm 1 because look, this is where I opened. This is Job 42. This is where he's been speaking to me from since June of 2012 when he introduced me to the Iraqi dinar. It was always part and parcel with my complete restoration. Did I know it was going to grow to where I would be holding many foreign currencies and crypto assets and have a lot of money sitting over in the UAE? No, I didn't. But yet, you can't be afraid to take chances in this life, right? That's why if you're feeling led to buy the relive, just buy the relive. Ask God for the money for it and buy it. You know, when I spend money now, I don't think lack at all. That's my birthday. When's your birthday? The 23rd. I was going to go to Psalm 23 because, guys, you got to understand the Psalms is good if you're struggling with your faith. I'm not struggling anymore. I'm tired. I'm not struggling with my faith, right? God has never left me, so I'm never leaving him. Where would I go? Like everything else is nothing compared to Christ, right? He showed up in my Jeep June 12th. Oh, awesome. Yeah, June 12th was when he introduced me to the Iraqi dinar. And literally, I was laying out in the yard, which I love to do in the summer, because the summers are short, as Tom so elegantly put it. Crickets are a sign of fall. I'm like, my husband came home from a fire call this morning, because we're both awake anyway. And he goes, it's 50 degrees out there. I'm like, it is? Oh, Jean Louise. But the good part about that, it saves us on our energy bill. Right? I always look at the good, guys. When you're a financial ninja, you have a lot of giftings to unplug your lack buttons because I am already wealthy. You've already won, guys. If you're a chosen one, you've already won. One, because you've been through God's test and you've passed. You might not feel like you passed, but let me tell you, just ask God for confirmation that he's pleased with you and he'll give it to you. Husbands is the 23rd. Awesome. Psalm 23rd. This is where we're going to leave it, right? The Lord is my shepherd to feed, guide, and shield me. I shall not lack. See, this is why you cannot focus on lack. You cannot focus on what the media, the Wizard of Oz wants you to focus on, because it's all lies, right? You're not going to lack. He makes me lie down in fresh, tender green pastures. Fresh, tender green. You don't want to lie down over there. You might want to lie in my yard though. He leads me beside the still and restful waters. He refreshes and restores my life. He leads me in the paths of righteousness, which is right standing with him, by the way. You don't have to be perfect to be in right standing with God. Did you know that? Most churches don't teach that. You don't have to be in right standing with God. You don't have to be perfect. So I woke up this morning listening to a thing about Moses, how messy Moses was, and God still used him. Do you know Moses committed murder when he was a young man and hid the guy in the sand and then ran. So he was not only a murderer, he was a coward. And he ran, he met a woman, he worked under his father-in-law for 40 years before God called him with the burning bush. God uses messy people. He uses me, right? I'm a business person, right? I've been messy. Have I made mistakes? Oh, yes, more than most. I was 35 years before I even submitted to his kingdom, submitted to getting baptized. I was not baptized for 35 years. I was really, I was not having any of it. That's why he showed up in my Jeep. He finds a way to get to you. If I'm the one getting to you, welcome to the club. I didn't wake up either easily. Just keep watching. Subscribe, tap the bell. Because you're going to want to watch something like me, and you're not going to want to look at church people, because church people can hurt you the most, right? The churched. Yeah, it's like be a nice person, be a nice human, like the t-shirt. I almost wanted to wear that today. Just be a nice human, guys. Just be a nice human. You will be blessed. Because the kingdom principle is you reap only what you sow, right? Wow, you were baptized at age 23. Girl, you've been baptized a long time. Did you grow from that point? I mean, because the problem, honestly, and look, I think the churches did their job at that time, but right now, this time, you need to know your power. And this is what I teach. The power. How do you have faith for more money if you need it? If you're not involved in the RVGCR, most of you are. But for those of you who may have happened by this video, and let's say it's a few days from now and we've already gone to the bank and that opportunity is over, they all go at once, that opportunity is over, right? If you're one of those, then God will provide another way for you. We are just a testimony that God wants you wealthy. When God built my $5 million asset, that was his resume of what he does with somebody who leaves a very successful corporate job and becomes an entrepreneur in a business she knew nothing about, and he blessed it, right? I am a testimony that God wants you healthy and wealthy. My business was health and wealth. I was unhealthy, and I had a very good career, but I was very unhealthy. I get into the kingdom. What does he do? He brings me a business that does it both at the same time, health and wealth. Simple business. Shake it. I taught people how to drink those shakes twice a day. Now I teach them online. You put the water in first, then you add a full scoop of the Now, a half a scoop of the Energize. And it changes your life, and it's money back guaranteed. If you're not completely happy, you can get your money back, and you do that through the company. I don't even touch your products. Your products go directly from the manufacturer to your house, right? And I'm incredible at customer service. You ever have a question about your Relive or what you're feeling? Because everybody feels something different, because it works. I'm telling you, I took supplements for 20 years prior to finding Relive, and I never saw any results. I didn't know that was possible. And you're probably thinking the same thing. This is not like the others. One of these things is not like the others, just like I'm not like the others. I'm not like the other Christians. Why? Because I actually am a Christ follower. I follow his ways, not his people that that want you to look pretty. Whitewashed tombs full of dead men's bones is all I'm saying. That's what he said. That ain't my words. Those are his words. That was when he was unhappy and turned over the tables. That paddle yesterday taught me that I am in fact a warrior and I can get through anything. My husband and I together can get through anything for sure because he's the skilled one at that thing. But I got through it. Now, we were talking, he already asked about the GoPro cameras so that he could wear it and you could go with us kayaking. That is coming, but that requires resources. So when the RV GCR happens, it's going to get really fun. This is just the beginning of this channel. Guys, it's going to be so much fun. I'm not going away when this happens. I'm not retiring from YouTube when this happens. I'm going to still be here. A lot of other people are going to take a break. The ones that got us here, the Intel providers. I just came on this scene, right? I mean, I've been an investor for 10 years, but I just came on this scene helping you guys understand your power. But when everything changes, you can't, you have to understand you can't stop praying now, right? You need to continue to pray for the best is yet to come. For where we go one, we go all. Because where we go one, we truly go all, right? I woke up just like you did a few years ago to the depths of everything going on. I saw things I didn't want to see. I still don't want to see a lot of it. Like, I don't want to know how wickedness is. And God told me, I was at my hair appointment one day and God said, tell people not to focus on the wickedness. Just like you don't focus on the media, you don't focus on the news when you know the news is lying, in my opinion. However, I did hear a report from another person that tries as he's a woo-woo guy, but he said in Colorado, 22,000 households lost their power in the middle of a heat wave because the county government, whatever, took over their thermostat and wouldn't let them turn their power down. That was a news report that he highlighted. I was like, yeah, that's what I heard when I was tired. I was like, oh, we know this is we know that's where we're headed if this is not fixed. So I believe it's already fixed. So cheers. I believe it's done. Why? Because God has taken me through everything and it's my restoration season and I ain't stopping until I'm completely restored. Right? And I know it makes some people jealous because I look the way I do and I'm smart and I've got the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding most people never get in their lifetime because they don't seek it from God. Right? I know. Cheers. Cheers. So listen, my husband works. Let me give you my husband's schedule. Depends on how his day goes. He's supposed to work till 7:30 tonight. You know what that means? If you want me to go live at like 6, I could possibly do that. I don't know though. I have to see. It is my birthday month. I feel like celebrating. Smart meters. Yeah, I know, Tom. They're not in my house. That's the benefits of 1890s house. It's just like the benefit of the old-fashioned cars that they can't hack. They can't. All those electric cars, they want to be able to shut you down. If you do anything wrong, you won't be able to go anywhere. Everything's going to be centralized digital coins. Wow, somebody's getting high. Seriously, somebody's getting high. It's legal here. So, wow, that's strong. I've never really been a toker. That's not my deal. You got to keep your head on a swivel, right? The way I relax, though, is through a little bit of tequila, right? So it does. I was talking to my chiropractor. She goes, it's not that bad. A little bit is medicinal. I go, yeah, I know. I got dunked at age 9, but was caught up in the religious system. Did it again at age 47. Good for you, Tom. Yay. Yeah, guys, it's easy to get caught up in the religious. I got caught up in the religious system, but you know what? I was always a voracious reader. I was the one in Barnes and Noble looking at all the spiritual books. That's what I meant. I did a lot of research, right? But when the risen Christ showed up I did a lot of research and I prayed, right? I was always talking to God. I talked to God before I even knew him. Like in the airport, I said, now God, why can't you bring me somebody that looks like that man? And that is my husband now. I looked at him yesterday. I was tired. I was in the kayak. I'm looking up at him and he looked so hot. And I told him I was tired and I had been angry, and he was a little concerned because I had on my serious face the whole time. I was paddling. Guys, when I go into war, I get serious. Can you tell? I'm joyful because I won that battle, and that was like my final. God was just reminding me exactly how strong I am. Best car you owned was an 87 Mercedes diesel, got 700 miles on a tank. Wow. Yeah, that's where the best. Those are the best cars. I had a Firebird with T-tops, and I put a 327 Chevy small block in it with a Hertz racing shifter. I used to race when I couldn't get a fast enough horse to race. Um, I I got a car that I could race, and I raced on the quarter mile in Wyoming. It was fun. I had a lot of fun. I've lived a good life. I don't regret anything I've ever done. Right? At some point in my life I said I'm not going to live with regrets. I'm going to do what I want to do, and nobody's going to stop me. Nobody. Right? Um, Oh, they're great. They're very high price now. I didn't know they were going to become a global brand when I bought mine in 1997, but my brother had one, a 65 one that I paid the payments in the winter and drove it. But it was like this. It was a Jeep. It was one of those driving the steering wheel was like this. It was like this. But it was a beautiful Jeep. He took very good care of it. My brother, I mean, my brother took very good care of his Jeep. He hated selling it, but he had to sell it because he drove everywhere for his job, his construction job. Um, but my husband now takes very good care of our Jeeps. So I've been blessed, right? Um, oh, guys, I love coffee time. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. If you guys want me to go live, comment down below. If you want to go at 6 or 6:30, right? We could do a quick live, see what's up. It's Friday night. 67 Mustang would be, yeah. Well, I sold my Firebird. I painted it candy apple red and sold it to a state trooper in Florida. He loved it. I had such a beast of an engine in it, guys. But guys, it didn't have AC. And I didn't have any money because I had put myself through college. So I had to sell it. And you know why? When I did my interview at Price Waterhouse, it was if you ever go to West Palm Beach, you'll see the pink towers. They have a circular driveway. I always did my interviews first thing in the morning. I interviewed all the big firms, but Price Waterhouse was one of my first interviews. And when I was coming down from the interview, I set off like 7 car alarms because the woo, 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 woo. My car was like, it was a beast. I loved it, but it was hot in Florida. But see, this is why I like the heat. I drove that thing, hot engine, no AC, but I had T-tops, right? So I drove that all through college. I drove it all through after high school. I got that car in high school, and I drove it until I graduated college. I put my down payment on a Honda Prelude on a credit card because I needed something with good gas mileage. So, guys, I know how to survive. I'm a survivor, right? Same thing with this. When everything started, I looked at my friend, my best friend who does my hair. I said, we just have to survive. We have to survive however we can. We got to navigate through this. And God helped us. He always provides ways to. I take my temple and the management of it very seriously. I may not be working out a lot. Paddle was extra hard for me. I haven't worked out in 3 months. And fasting when you're going to be, I just, man, by the time we pulled up on that beach, I had a headache. I needed food. And then we had an hour drive home. So water, weather, I had it all yesterday. But the enemy always attacks you when you're tired, right? But the thing is, I blamed God for the weather. He's in control of that sea, and that the conditions came in early. In other words, the conditions deteriorated faster than my husband thought they would, because I'm so sorry that I brought you out on this day. He goes, but they weren't supposed to get that bad until the afternoon, and we would be back by then. So he's very well tuned into that, but the weather moved in, and that was God. And so I said, God, you were in control of that weather. What are you doing? Right? So we had our little conversation, but he loves that I'm that transparent with him. He does. He loves me. right? And I'm only his favorite because I don't hold anything back from him. If I have a problem, I tell him about it. Oh, here comes mail. Okay, I got to go. Guys, Mark's call started 2 minutes ago. If you want to get on that. Thrive, not survive. Yes, I'm going to, yes, I obviously I thrive. Yes, 777. Okay. We'll do it around 6:30. Hey, I'm doing great. How are you? Oh, I know. It's beautiful. Yeah. That's my mailman. My husband's, a lot of packages are arriving and I can't open them because it's my birthday, right? So can't believe I'm going to be 57. I know, Kat, I know, but my husband doesn't like it, right? My company has hemp products, but he doesn't want it. He doesn't want them, but we have good hemp products. We're a food science and research company. We have really good hemp products. They have one for sleeping, one for, if you ever want me to go over our hemp products, let me tell you, they're fantastic. They even have a balm. They have a something you can put on your body, like a, external, you can rub it on. Yeah, Cat, I was. Well, no, I actually, because my body's been on Relive 20 years, I actually don't get hangry anymore. I used to. Every 2 hours, I would have blood sugar issues because my parents had adult onset diabetes. I do not have that condition. Why? Because I use epigenetic level nutrition. It turned off the bad genes, turned on the good genes. I have, that curse is gone from my personal history because I followed God and I still followed God. He told me to start shaking that cup. I started shaking the cup. I have to be obedient to my daddy, right? So my daddy healed me through those products. He didn't heal me through some supernatural service, which I wasn't going to get in my church, right? So he healed me through the products. And then when I had a problem with my foot, he healed me through the other product, which caused me to lose my whole network because my business had been destroyed. And it's just been a journey. But I love it. I love the gel too. I put the gel on every morning, every afternoon, and before I go to bed. I pretty much credit the gel with my no hormone replacement therapy necessary. Your birthday's Tuesday. Yay! Your birthday's Tuesday. Tuesday is what? I'm not going to count right now. The 6th. Oh, mine's the 12th. So happy birthday. I love September people. They're usually kind humans. They really are. Some Virgos are a little uptight. I'm not like that, obviously. Except for numbers and money. That I guess I am. Okay, Brooke, I'll miss you tomorrow. Hopefully somebody else can come on and moderate tomorrow. Guys, I love you. Oh, tomorrow, my live tomorrow morning is going to be early, like 7, because we got to do the dogs. Like, we got to do the dogs tomorrow. My husband doesn't go to work till 2, so he probably works until 8, depending on, And so if I can go live tonight, I will, right? As I'm preparing dinner and stuff. What's the website to shop my products and the hemp products? Yeah. Right here. And I usually suggest if you start on the basic nutrition, because I know all their products are good. I've tried them all except for the hemp products because my husband doesn't want me to, because he's a stickler about certain things. And also because of his fire department thing, he doesn't want to risk anything. I know, Lydia. That's how you get on it. You go to that website, you follow those instructions. The Now and the Energize plus the shaker cup. You can go to Quick Shop. You can order 1 shaker cup. It's $1, or you could just use a shaker bottle if you have one. Hubby's putting out the flag. Love my man. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta spend some time with my hubby. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I know. I know. Well, hey, I'll tell you a secret to wedded bliss. Don't try to change each other. Don't try to change each other. I don't try to change him. I just appreciate everything he is. I don't look at what he's not, right? I just appreciate him for what he is. And he appreciates me too. He encourages me. He loves me. He protects me. He guides me. He got me through that paddle. He that paddle yesterday. Whew, my core is sore because I remembered my paddler's box, like after I got through the strong winds and waves, and just, I almost dumped, but I know how to roll, but I haven't rolled in a while. In fact, my husband and I talked about it. He goes, "What would you have done? You would have wet exited, right?" And I said, "No, I don't like getting out of my boat. You would have had to do a T-rescue." He goes, "Well, we would have to talk about that." I said, "Well, from now on, if I dump my boat, I will, I haven't, I'm very safe under, I'm very safe when my boat's turned upside down. I'm very calm. Like, what you do is you hit the bottom, you're underwater, right? And you hit the bottom, you pound on the bottom of your boat, meaning come get me. Because I haven't rolled in a while. I used to just roll up. That's the whole point of me learning my roll. If I was going to live in Maine, there goes the trolley. That's Charlie. Um, so, anyways, rolling a kayak is fun. I think I've got videos doing that. I'll try to see if I can find those and post them so you can see it. I like to wear a nose thing, though. I don't like that water getting on my nose. Many blessings to you. Just joined. I was praying for a community. Hey, Lydia, I'm glad you're here. Please subscribe, tap the bell. I'm a God's girl, but I'm not typical anything. You can't put me in a box, but I'm the faith and financial girl. If you want to do those bigger, I help you with your finances and with your faith, right? Because we need both. Hey, Francine, I didn't even see you. Thank you. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, 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 peace. Oh, I won't be able to watch Kabbalah Guru live, Francine. I'm kind of bummed about that, but I got to spend some time with the hubby. He leaves probably 11:15 this morning, so I got to go. Hey, from Tampa Bay. Hey, I love anybody in Florida. Guys, I got these t-shirts in Florida. They say locals only. I was in Florida for 15 years. I am a local when I go to Florida. But in Maine, I'll never be from here. And they make that very clear. Like, I'm not third generation, never be from here. But I was here to help people. I actually was in a coffee shop one time and one of the senators walked in and I met her. And I said, I'm here. I'm here. I'm bringing opportunity to Maine, helping people set up home-based business. She was very interested. I brought opportunity here. I did. I was going to help these people earn some extra income, not working so hard. Everybody here works 2 and 3 jobs to get by, just to get by. Now you can't get by with the inflation. You're not. I still have a heart for people, guys, helping them fill in the gaps, whether it's financial or health-wise, because my products do this, that. They fill in the gaps. You could have a terrible diet or a perfect diet. You still have gaps in your diet. Everybody would agree with that. These products fill in the gaps so that you can be. I was eating broccoli, salad, chicken, and fish and taking really expensive vitamins. I was also going to a chiropractor, an acupuncturist, and a Chinese herbologist, and nothing was working. I was drinking whatever concoction he put there for me. I was going to an acupuncturist. I was doing everything I could mentally. I've done everything. God brings me the powder in a can. Shake it up twice a day, and I get healing from it. God's ways are usually very simple, but you have to be, number one, you have to be willing to hear from him, which is a gift and a talent that you can develop over time. My prayer language, I was praying in my prayer language during that paddle. I was like, my angels, I was like, make this as easy as you can for me. It was still not easy, but God didn't build me for easy things, built me for hard things, right? Like a time like this. This is when I shine. This is when I excel, is during times like this. So I'm grateful that he brought me this platform for such a time as this. So cheers. We're going to have fun, right? I'm going to keep it light, truth, facts with optimism. Keep it light, keep you encouraged. And if the RV happens in the next couple of days, which it is now, the time, God has told me the time is now. For those of you who came on late, the prophetic words, and if you want to donate to my channel, I will happily receive those donations. The prophetic words I got yesterday when I was tired is, to this month, September, is a time to emerge. Okay. And it was also rapid speed. It will happen rapidly. God was saying he's getting ready to accelerate me rapidly. So you can claim that word for yourself. Any prophetic word that I utter, either that's coming from God or from whoever, you can claim that for yourself, but you have to claim it. You have to ask for it. You have not because you've asked not. Any prophetic word I hear, I claim. And well, also he leads me to certain ones who says this is for you. Um, and the other message, which I think I need to say right now for the people that are watching, is the word was let it go. Embrace yourself for where you are. Embrace the processes for where you're going. Grace to build, increase business, faith, beauty, peace, birth. Love God, love self, love people. So that's what I do on my channel. I love you. Love you back to health. So you can become whoever you're meant to be, whoever you want to be. God gives you choices. Although with me, it was so different from what I was doing before. He had to make me do it, right? Because I had my preconceived notions about this industry, just like you might have had preconceived notions about investing in foreign currency or cryptos, right? He led me into all of that. I'm very diversified right now, and it makes me happy because I've heard prophetic voices about both. I've heard prophetic voices, Kim Clement talked about the dinar revaluing, and when he said it was going to revalue, it was going to be the darkest times in the United States. He talked about it looking the worst and hope would be lost. I've already gone through the hope is lost phase. I'm clearly on the it's all restored phase. I am clearly through that, but I usually get, God told me he gave me a gift of faith, a double dose of faith, that most people wouldn't understand it. And obviously he's always right. Most people don't understand it, or me. It's just the way it is. And I've God has released me from explaining myself to people. I don't have to explain myself to anybody. I just have to follow what he wants me to do. It makes it very simple. And then people don't understand why I'm so happy, because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. He doesn't. When I was doing Relive, it was easy because he made it easy, because he called me to it, right? He doesn't call you to things and make it burdensome, except for that paddle. That was, but it wasn't very long, right? It was 40 minutes out, an hour and 10 minutes back that I was actually in the boat working. But the hour and 10 minutes was, it was a lot of work. I probably expended more calories than I could even eat that evening. I had two of the biggest tacos I've ever eaten. And, and then we went to bed early. I was tired. Olympia Snow. Yeah, I think it was Olympia, to be honest. I think it was. She had a lot of health issues too. I think she met me. She should have gotten on Relive. She had a lot of health issues. I think she had fibromyalgia or something like that. Um, Again, guys, a lot of people have a lot of weird things. It's because of our food, right? If you haven't heard that by now, they've gotten to us through our foods. That's why our company was created 35 years ago. So, and it's still going strong. Um, yes. Okay. Time to pray. Thank you for your praying hands. It's time for me to pray everybody out. This is where my real power is, but I don't want to ever be a stumbling block to somebody else, because God is so good. He is so good to his kids. If people just understood how good he is to his kids, and he doesn't want to pick your pockets. It's the churches that want to do that. Oh, you got surrounded by jellyfish? Oh no, that's not good. I always cover my arms. Like, I always have something on my arms because of that. Because you never know what you're gonna get when you're down there. Anyways, whatever. Now you got me thinking about rolling again. I need to get better at that. My husband and I need to spend some time rolling in the river over there that's warm. Um, Hot off the press. Okay. Kat, thank you. You're saving people time. Thank you, Kat. Kat just said, hot off the press, the code man says he's got nothing to report today. Thank you. You're right. I don't. I really don't. I never have. I'm not a person that's driven by ego. I never have been. It's just not in me. I what came out of my parents' death, which was tragic when I was 28, they died 3 months apart of the same thing. They both dropped dead of heart attacks. There was no notice. I just got a phone call. I mean, it was the terrible way to go. However, the beauty is they didn't suffer. They weren't a drain on the system. They weren't a drain on their families. They were here one day, gone the next. So, and the gift of that is when you take the gift, if that can happen to you, you live every day happy, right? You live every day happy. I went to grief counseling, so I experienced counseling, which is when I got through most of my stuff. If people don't go through counseling, be very, very afraid. I'm just saying. Like, you got to get through you got to do everybody's got to do the mental work to become mentally strong. Everybody's got to do the emotional work, not be led around by your emotions. I'm not led by my emotions. I'm not an enemy of my emotions. My emotions are telling me something. I was angry in that situation in the water because it was a dangerous situation to be in as a kayaker, but I have the skills to keep my boat afloat. Even when I learned about my skeg that I didn't know, because I usually don't go out on days like that. I just don't want to subject myself to that. I'm like, oh my God, I'm turning 57. What am I doing here? All that went through my head, right? And then I started praying my spiritual language, because then you really do give it to God. My spiritual language is private for me, and it's my secret weapons, right? I literally am like a superhuman only because of God, not because of me. I have nothing to do with this. He just picked me out of a bunch of people. I'm driving to work doing my thing, and he picks me out and says, no, you're going to do this. And then he goes, now you're going to do this. It's been an exhausting 22 years walking with him. It was 22 years because he appeared in my Jeep February 22nd of 2000. But I started seeking God, the king of the universe, the one I speak of all the time. I always talk about God. And then some woman who's very religious said, you take his name in vain all the time. I'm like, I do? People, you wouldn't believe how many people have criticized me for just being me. Well, you refer to God all the time. God this, God that. I said, yeah, so you're not supposed to take the Lord's name in vain. Jesus Christ. I don't take his name in vain. I take his name very seriously, but his name isn't actually Jesus. It's Yeshua HaMashiach. And I don't take his name in vain. I pray in his name because he is my savior. He is the one that showed up in my Jeep. But you can't explain that to somebody. You can't explain it to the religious, is my point. You can't explain it to the religious. I can't explain who I am to the religious. The people steeped in their religion, they don't get me. They don't understand. Who knows what they think? It's none of my business what they think, right? Yes, Kim Clement was a true prophet. I didn't have any experience with the prophets because of the church that I joined when I was 35. No experience with the prophets or the gift of tongues. However, when God put me in Maine and he put me in this house, the priest at my local church was the head of the charismatic movement. And when I met with him, he shared with me how he literally was slain in the spirit. He had an experience like I kind of had in my Jeep. He had that kind of experience. And he was the most joyful. He literally, he was amazing. When he retired, I wept. Even though I wasn't there for him, I'm there for God and the people, right? But the people didn't really get me. I'm just being real, guys. It's true. It's what happened. It's my experience. You all have experiences too, right? But what I'm saying to you is, whatever you've been through in your life, God loves you. No matter what his people, no matter how good they thought they were being when they were doing it to you, when they did you wrong or made you feel less than you are or made you feel like you whatever, that was not God. That was his people. And his heart, if your heart was broken, so was his. Because that's the way he is. He's a good daddy. He's a good father. He's the best father. I know it because, he's amazing. I'm a good, I don't know why he chose me, but positive vibes only, guys. This is the best is yet to come. These are the days that we will remember, right? These are the days I will remember. It's going to be good. So buckle up, Buttercup. And for those of us who have September birthdays, really buckle up. Maybe at some point we can do birthday celebrations for everybody, because everybody deserves to be celebrated on their birthday. Everybody deserves to be celebrated on their birthday. But I was not one that had a lot of celebrations for my birthday. My 30th birthday, I got the flu. Nothing happened. I made my Maine lobsters for the first time in my kitchen with my friend Debbie. That was my 30th birthday. My 40th birthday, I was working. I think I was an ambassador. No, I wasn't even an ambassador in my 40s. I was working hard on building my business in my 40th birthday. So I was probably tired. My 50th birthday, my business had been destroyed. Everything I took 10 years to build, just destroyed. So I didn't feel like celebrating on my 50th birthday. I had steaks at the fire pit with my husband and I. Didn't want anybody, even my friends, I didn't want to celebrate with anybody. I didn't want to have a big celebration. Those 0 birthdays never work out well for me. But this one coming up, my 60th, there better be a flipping celebration, because it is now my restoration season. It's been my restoration season for 10 years now. So by the time I'm 60, it better be a big flipping celebration. And I better have 2 homes, right? Because God always promises double for your trouble. I have one now. I'm grateful for it, right? I've got a beautiful home. But if I was meant to be here the rest of my life, he would have made me not hate the cold. He would have made me love the cold. I got friends that moved to Florida, want to move back to Maine so bad they can taste it. I'm like, you want to switch? Of course, there are places in Florida I don't really want to live. But God doesn't give you these desires in the heart to torment you. He gives you these desires in your heart to see if you would believe them, that he could do that for you. Do you believe in the impossible? I believe in the impossible. I've seen the impossible. That's why you're here. I hope you will subscribe, tap the bell, and ask me some questions, and I'll share all my impossible stories with you, because God is always good to his kids. So, Father God, I pray that everybody watching this, everybody that sees the replay, everybody that has eyes to see this video would feel your palpable, peaceful, supernatural presence, the peace that surpasses all understanding. I hope you will lift the veil from their eyes, do the righteous work in their hearts, so that they could come to know the God in which I serve, the one I represent, the kingdom I represent, which is one of health and prosperity and continued growth in your soul and your health and prosper, just like 3 John 2. Amen. Amen. God bless everybody. Happy early birthday, Peep. I know, Monique. Thank you. Thank you for last night. I'm on fire for God, guys, because he's always good. Guys, I love you all. Thank you, every single one of you that is my subscribers. I love you, even if I don't hear from you. But if you are on the Relive, you need to get on my live. So you better make sure you're subscribed and tap the bell if you've ordered Relive or the gel. And if you have any questions, please get on my live and ask me, because, guys, there's a lot of you. So, you got to get on my lives and let me know, right? Hey, Carl. Thank you. You're doing good, right? If you ever have any questions, get on my live and ask me the question. I love you, Carl. Thank you for your order. And he got free stuff. He was really doubly blessed. I always pray for, guys, all my customers, all my business partners, I pray for. I'm under a funnel of favor. Now I'm under an open heaven. I went from a funnel of favor when I was building my Relive business. Everybody experienced God's favor in their business. That's why their businesses grew. I was with a pastor, guys, Baptist minister, independent Baptist minister, who'd been in 7 other businesses, never made any money until he got into my business. He had his own business, and I helped him. And I rejoiced with him when he made more money than me, because he did make more money than me. Why? Because he knows everybody here. And everybody saw him get well. I was like, yay, finally. I cried like a baby when I heard he'd got the #1 bonus. I never got a #1 bonus. Why? Because I'm in the area where nobody knows me, nobody trusts me. Very hard for me to even get a top 10 bonus, much less a #1 bonus. Every time I actually got a trip, or it was a flipping miracle, but again, taught me how to get my prayers manifested in the kingdom, not law of attraction, take God out of it. Kingdom benefits, same thing, maybe different wording. It's the law of reaping and sowing, but you have to believe before you receive. Faith as a mustard seed can move that mountain. That is what this is all about. How do you see your prayers manifested? I am an expert at that. God bless. Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. You guys make me laugh. Yes, I have a heavenly daddy. My daddy died 28 years ago. He's gone. But my daddy in heaven, the one who owns the universe, hung the stars, created me in the womb, knows me better than my parents even knew me. is very good. So I'm a testament to him, to his goodness. God bless. Bye.